Hello, this is Chad with Syncfusion, and a customer asked about our Angular TreeView and how to do a particular search. So let's take a look at it. Here is the actual customer question, and they want to search where the text is contained in the nodes. So let's see how we did that for them. Here is our sample, and I'm going to start here at the HTML. If you look at this, so if you look at the sample over here on the right, you're going to see our masked text box here and the tree view below it. The masked text is going to do the searching for us. We also see a nice thick gray border. The gray border is here in the control wrapper style. This div is using that class. And if I change it, look at that. You get our nice little pop-up. Let's get out of that. And you can see the border width changed to be 1. Fantastic. Now the masked text box, this is going to fire search nodes on the change event. So every time a change happens, this search nodes was fired, and the actual text, this text here, was actually passed into it. So let's go see how that was put together. There we go. Here's our component page. And let's walk down this. You can see we're creating the tree view here. Here we are making our data object. And this is where we are defining doing a binding for our tree view. And actually, let's go back to here and look at this. So the binding for the tree view is in this command, this property right here. The fields collection is field. That's our data binding. And we're doing that. We're creating the field here, and we're binding it to the data source, which is this data set up here. And the ID for each node is going to be the code. So the ID is EU. So for example, if we look over here, why is it doing that? Oh, samples are lovely. So if we look over here, this Nigeria, Denmark, the ID is DNK. The code is DNK. That's the ID for that. The text is the name. And the child is the country's collection object here. And TreeView knows enough that if we put false, then it is closed. It is not expanded when it loads. You can expand it later. This is just on load time. Okay. Now, search nodes. What search nodes is going to come in? The first time we run it, it's going to get the current existing tree data and put it into the original. We want to get this original solid copy of it the first time, and then we don't run this again. We're going to create, this is the data that we're going to bind the tree view to at the end. This is only the data that matches that search string. And we're going to do it here, nested child filter. We're passing in the value in the text box and the actual data. Then we're going to come back if the filtered child that comes back, if it is not null, it is no, this is right here, is null or undefined. So if it is not null or undefined, then we're going to add it to the match data source and we're going to bind it. So here is our nested child filter. We're coming in, again, this is from the text box, and this is the node that came in. The first node that came in. We're iterating through the nodes, the tree data.length, and we're going to pass in the actual object the whole time. So if there are no children, then this right here is the method that actually does the searching, the checking. And this right here is where we actually do it, the index value. We want to make sure everything is lowercase, and that way we can search cases insensitive. We're insensitive to case. And if it is found, then it will not return a -1. So this is the key right here, the search for it. push the data through, and it pushes the data through, match data, filter data, and that's it. That's how we are doing a contains search on our TreeView control in Angular. We answered the customer question, and it was just that easy. Thanks for watching.